Welcome back, guys, to the channel. I am your host, Lieutenant Nathaniel Flint of the Landship Scorpios, and today we're just doing another easy video for me to do. It is Steampunk's react to the Steampunk Amino. I'm actually really excited to do this one. The people over at the Amino are really good, and the Amino is really unique in steampunk things to go to and see. Mostly because not everyone knows about Amino. Amino is a fun little app. I think they have a website, like an online version that's limited, but which is what we're using today to just kind of look through everything. But it is an app on your phone that is full of community gathering. So if you have an interest in bird watching or all this other kind of stuff, it's like a community gathering app, and there's a steampunk one, maybe several. But I, of course, am going to be talking about the largest one and probably the most direct one is the steampunk one on here. There's a lot of things that I only see on here. I don't see circulated through the other steampunk avenues very often. So I wanted to come through and give them a little love, especially since I have been promoting my steampunk content on the Amino. So let's go give them how do you do? Also think it's important to say that this is not sponsored. Amino does sponsor some YouTube channels, but I found them through those sponsorships, but I did not sponsor this myself. They're not paying me anything. This is literally just, I am usually on this Amino. So this is it. So this is the Steampunk Amino. As you can see, there's a lot of things. You can create posts. You can see the featured stuff. They will sometimes do polls or quizzes. But let's just kind of jump in here. What you're going to notice is I'm going to be reacting to a lot of people's art, steampunk related art and things. So we're going to do that. And I think there's going to be a lot more art than what we've seen in our other reacts to Facebook or Reddit or whatever. So let's go jump in and take a look. First off, we've got Steamfox with the Jascoot twins are here. And as we can see, got a lot of facial expressions working out a character. And so far, so good. I mean, I'm liking it. The wild hair is kind of giving us an idea of maybe this character's more erratic nature. I'm liking the mutton chops there. And even when they put on a hat, we still got what looks to be feathers coming out of all ends, which is also kind of giving us more of that erratic nature. Oh, and then let me guess, we have his opposite but twin brother with a more cleaner look, a more cleaner hat, things of that nature. As far as character design goes, if this is truly what he was going for, was this kind of opposites but the same approach, I mean, pretty much nailed it. I picked that up in like 2 seconds, and it's reinforced in the second one. Like, way to go. I'm not seeing any kind of anything describing it. So thank you, Steamfox. We're going to be seeing a lot more from that user. And as we're seeing a lot more from Steamfox, we have this one. I mean, I'm very jealous of people who can illustrate. I can't draw worth anything. So I mean, look at the detail of these glasses and the how they do that. Like, can you imagine trying to draw an ear? Oh god, that would be hell on earth. I really like the cravat and the coat and or blazer going on here. I mean, the detail on this is just really good. I also like that it is like a different art style than what we just saw from them, although that's more like concept art. This is more like a portrait. I can definitely see this Steamfox doing maybe a lot of mirror work to get a lot of these correct. But I love it. Way to go. And here we have George the Timekeeper sharing their Halloween costume. Look at that. And I love it. I'm definitely on board. First off, we've got the gloves, or the fingerless gloves going on. We've got ourselves the vest an undershirt that's buttoned, but the sleeves are rolled up, so you can show off your wrist accessories. You probably got slacks or something on. We've got a hat and goggles. I mean, that's pretty steampunk. And then we've got a face mask. I mean, it's looking great. It's perfect. Way to go. That deserves a like. Yeah, this is a very solid steampunk costume, especially for Halloween. I feel like this might have gone a little bit beyond what would have been expected for a Halloween costume, or maybe it's right there. Either way, I mean, I love it. This would be a good thing to show up at an event in. I'm going to go give them some positivity in the comments. Here we have Willow Steam right there, sharing some of their Halloween spooktaculars. A beautiful painting of, I'm assuming, their OC with their goggle work there. Another OC. And some steampunk characters. It looks like we got boots and some gloves and everything, all dressed up, ready for Halloween. This is fantastic work. Thank you so much for sharing. We'll give that a like. Wow, we have another one from Steamfox. They're going to be coming up a lot in this video. And again, a whole different kind of art style going on with what they're working on. They're all over the place. Again, good. I feel a little bit bad wondering what is so steampunk, but I can kind of see a brass hand and a leg here. So I'm on board, but it looks great. It looks like a cell from a comic book. So, I mean, it looks fantastic. I think it's safe to assume that Steamfox is very talented. Here we have Bonzart from Radio Retro Future sharing the first chapter of his book. I'm assuming since it's a video, it's him reading it. I do not want to play it on this video for what might be copyright issues or whatever the situation is, but I do encourage you to check this out. It's called The Wrench in the Machine, Chapter 1, by the Association of Ishtar. Here is his group and his moniker that he's starting to expand out into from Radio Retro Future. But Bonzart is one of our friends and one of the biggest steampunk YouTubers. I'm confident saying that. He's one of the ones on the bigger end over at Radio Retro Future. So go check him out and his stuff. I guarantee you this is posted on the Radio Retro Future. Yeah, there we go. Whoa. Nope, this is posted on the Retro Future Research Foundation, which is a different YouTube channel. Must be one that he opened up separately for his Association of Ishtar stuff. So go check out the Retro Future Research Foundation and go share some love with him. Another one here for him, his series, the White Whale Airship video here. Another one we're not going to go see, but this one I wanted to point out is by Radio Retro Future. So go send them some love on both of those channels. Here we have Sapphire Night 20 showing off some of their costume and various edits for the Fright Night weekend. And I mean, this facial makeup here is amazing. I'm not exactly sure what edit. Oh, I see. Those edits. But I was like, yeah, the facial makeup looks right on point. I mean, it's really well done. Combination with the hat, it's unmistakable what you're going for. And they got their full costume, hat, wings, boots. They got a cane. Oh yeah, the leggings, boots. Yeah, the whole costume. It looks fantastic. This is really well done. Way to go. Well, hopefully you had a good Halloween, and thank you for sharing by far. That is fantastic. More from Bonzart at a fashion show. I mean, he's looking great as always. It is Bonzart. He always goes above and beyond with his costumes and things. So it looks amazing. Picture taken by Kira Hagen. And yeah, I mean, I love it. Here we have Edward Quinn. And it appears that they are posting a OC kind of like profile. So they have all their information about their profile and things, and a gallery of photos to help get across what character they're going for. Very cool. Thanks for sharing, Edward Quinn. Here's someone we haven't seen yet. Garlio, Banana Bread Rar. Say, Bird People Plague. And I mean, I love it. I mean, as someone who can't draw, this is amazing. But also, it's really good. It's got kind of pseudo-Victorian. They're kind of still drawn as if they were plague masks. I'm on board. This is a nice little piece of art. I definitely approve of this. Thank you so much. Here we have Ozzy. They're on the left with their outfit at Gen Con. Well, I mean, awesome. I mean, you guys look fantastic. I hope you had fun at Gen Con. Here we have Dragon Mask talking about their story, but sharing some art for it. And it is beyond adorable. Like, I love it. I love this art style. I love the costume design. It is adorable. But I like the little hat. I love the coat. I mean, I'm on board. And this is Megan Walker showing off their steampunk room in Animal Crossing. And I mean, it's amazing. If any of you have ever played Animal Crossing, you know that this could have taken months or years to gather all the materials that you needed to make it look this good, and to make it steampunk specifically. This is amazing. I mean, it looks fantastic. It's definitely steampunk. Your little character is all done out steampunk. So I mean, it's definitely steampunk, and you hit the nail on the head. As a picture, it's just nice. It's well put together, and it shows off everything you want to show off. So it looks great. Very Nautilus themed with the underwater kind of look here. I love it. Thank you for sharing. And we have Cuckoo Inc. showing off a Prussian military ad with a little automaton. I really like the design of this. It's very clever. And this definitely has a nice steampunk feel from it. Thank you for sharing. I wanted to take a little bit of time to go through the steampunk polls. So let's go look at what kind of things are being voted on. I want to start with which is the most steampunk country, which at 82.4% said the United Kingdom. No one said Japan or Russia, and then 17.6% said Germany. I'm not sure if this is very limited how they do polls here. I also think that if you're going stereotypical steampunk stuff, I mean, Britain deserves to have won. But also, I mean, all that Wild West stuff is technically like the United States and things. So I think that would have been number 2. You get a lot of American West and, I mean, American East. And you get a lot of England and the British Empire and things. If you could only choose 2 others, I guess France and Germany would make the most sense, is what people end up doing. A lot of steampunk characters are going to Paris or through France or through Germany and things like that. But if we're going to expand it, I would say Japan is a very good choice. India is an amazing choice. All the steampunk India things are very well done. I absolutely love them. South America is really cool. And if you've seen a lot of the steampunk Africana things, blows your mind. Absolutely worth a look. But it wouldn't be steampunk if there wasn't like the Ottoman Empire. Russia is kind of involved with that, especially Victorian Russia, or like the European Russia is really cool. I mean, there's so many great design elements that are out of the British and American centric steampunks. But again, the top 4 would have to be what you see most in steampunk media, which would be that England, America, specifically the American West. And then if you had to choose 2 others, it'd be France and Germany. So, but apparently we got almost United Kingdom and Germany. This might be a limit to the poll system, might only be 4 choices. So maybe we'll see that more as we're going through the polls. We have Carnival Corpse asking, what's your favorite accessory? So 3.1% chose folding fan. 6.3% chose corset. 3.1% chose parasols. 50%, which won, said pocket watches are their favorite steampunk accessory. And then 37.5% are gloves or bracers. And they said this is poll number 2. So they have another one, which is goggles or monocles, one with 39.4%, masks, 21.2%, cane, walking stick, etc., 3%, a weapon is 12.1%, and a hat is 24.3%. Now, this is very interesting because this is by far like the 5 actual most common steampunk accessories all against each other. This is definitely an issue with the poll systems of Amino, is that they wouldn't be able to do them all, because it would be very interested to see, if you could only pick one, how they end up doing over all of them and seeing what people come up with. But that sounds more like a Facebook poll in which people would be voting for 3 or 4 at a time. But I'd be very interested to see what people would do, because you would assume it would be goggles or monocles, which out of the 2 of those, it's goggles. I think if you split those up, monocles would be very far down the list. But a hat is by far the actual, right answer. Many, almost every steampunk at some point gets a hat or has a hat. It's not a staple, it's not a requirement or anything. It's just, that would be, I would assume would be a lot farther up the list. But I guess a hat, it's by itself, does not make you steampunk. While if you don't have a hat and you have goggles, people will still get the idea, especially with the rest of your costume. And for now, that's all I have time for. I feel like we did a good looking around. There's a lot of art, a little bit of sharing off your costume, a lot of talk about characters and the things. There's a lot of chats that are like RP chats. I don't really go into those, so I won't be reacting to those today. We showed off some polls, things of that nature, so I think that's good enough for now. Amino is free, and joining the Steampunk Amino is also free. So go check out Amino, especially the Steampunk Amino. Just check out Amino. You can Google it, and you should be able to find it. It's also an app on your phone, which again is free when you download it. You can find Steampunk and get to work. Meeting us, you can share steampunk related content, share your costumes, share your pictures from events, things of that nature. They would love to see it. There's plenty of chat rooms for you to interact or role play with fellow steampunks. It seems to be a more younger demographic, but there's definitely, for instance, I'm decently active on here. So do feel free to check it out. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Subscriptions are free and they help out a ton. We recently hit 300 subscribers and it's been doing great. A lot of our videos have been getting more attention, and we've been able to find our audience a little bit better. So do feel to subscribe for more steampunk content and like this video. If you like this kind of style of video and you feel that you've kind of discovered some artists or discovered a community that you really like, do check out my other Steampunk Reacts. For Steampunk Reacts to Facebook, Steampunk Reacts to Reddit and Instagram, and I might have done another one. I'm getting foggy. But if you want to see more of these, let me know in the comments down below, or let me know in Amino, because when this video's up, it will definitely be shared on Amino. Thank you so much, Amino, for having this. Thank you so much to everyone on the Steampunk Amino for making it such a vibrant and good community. And I look forward to being there for a while and sharing steampunk content with you guys. For now, that'll be all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Subscribe, like, and see you on Amino.